Hello, my name is Joe, call sign AG5DL. In this video, we'll install and do the initial setup of VARA FM. Open up your browser and go to Google. We're going to search for VARA FM, V-A-R-A space FM. Hit enter. I'm going to go down to the third one here. Click that link, and here's all the VARA software. We're concerned with VARA FM, so we'll click that. This will take you to this download page. Accept the cookies and click download. I have my computer just set up to save the file where I tell it to, so I'm going to save it in downloads. Save. And the download is complete. It's a zip file, so we'll need to unzip it. Go to the folder that you saved it to and simply unzip it. Okay, here's the executable. If you notice, it says run as administrator. If you hover your mouse over this and right click, you will see the option run as administrator. Left click that, and it brings you to the install screen. Click next. I accept. I would recommend leaving the default. This is where it's going to put it on your computer. You can tell it to put it in another folder, but if you do, you'll have to tell WinLink Express where you installed it, so it automatically opens it up. So I'm going to leave it at default. Next. I'm not going to create a desktop icon, but you can if you choose. Next, and install. Successfully installed. Close this. Now, if you leave this checked and says launch my program, you can click finish and it'll launch VARA for you. Here's the program. First thing, we'll want to go to settings and VARA setup. Alright, first thing you want to do, put your call sign in. DL is my call sign. Now I've already purchased this program, so I have a registration key. I'm not going to put it in right now because I want to demonstrate it without it. You can use it for free. It's just there are some limitations to the free version. I always change my retries to 3. Okay, now this narrow and wide option. Narrow is set up to use with 1200 bits per second. If you have a signal link or an EasyDigi or a sound card interface that you made yourself, you would want to select the 1200 bits per second. If you select wide, it's capable of doing 9600 bits per second. However, you have to have a radio set up for 9600 baud. I happen to use an RA board which supports this, so I'm going to go ahead and leave mine at wide. Click close. I'm not going to go into the digipeater section because you are able, I'll go ahead and add it, AG5DL-2. That would be my digipeater call. With the full version, you're able to use this. People would be able to digipeat from my station. Alright, go ahead and click close. Now, select sound card. This is where you're going to select the sound card interface that you're using. Mine is the DRA. If you have a signal link, it could just be something like audio codec. I've renamed mine DRA, PNP, and ICOM 7300 because those are the two radios that I use, two interfaces I use, I'm sorry. The DRA board is what I want for VARA FM, and the DRA board is for the output. Input and output, both. DRA board for me. Close this. Now go to push to talk. If you're using a signal link, that uses Vox. If you use an EasyDigi or a sound card you built yourself, chances are it's going to use Vox. I'm using an RA board, so I will select that. Notice my RA board says that in the custom properties, the automatic gain control must not be checked. We'll go there in a minute. Close this. Okay, now this is the audio input level. We want this ideally to be about 1 o'clock. On a signal link, you can adjust from the front panel your receive level. Also, you can fine tune it by going over to the speaker icon, right clicking sounds. On the DRA board, there is a potentiometer that you can adjust to get it in the ballpark, and then you can fine tune it by going to the recording tab on the sounds, going to the sound card interface you're using. I'm using the DRA. Go to properties. First thing I want to do is go to automatic gain control, make sure that's unchecked. I'm using the DRA board, and go to levels, and if you'll notice it's on 20. If I move this level, you'll notice that this meter is moving as I move it. So I'm going to put it all the way up, and that's right at 1 o'clock, right where I want it. That's your receive level. You're all set on the receive level. Now on the playback level, this is your transmit. Let me select the properties of that. Spatial sound, I leave off. Advanced, that's what you want. Enhancements, I disable all enhancements. And levels. There's a really nice feature in here. If you go to settings and sound card, you can click auto tune, and the node locally here is W5 RGV-11. I'm in range where I can hit that directly. If you click on start calibration, which I'm going to do, start, it's going to send information to that node, and that node is going to respond back telling you if your if your levels are correct on your transmit. Okay, it says the drive level is -6. It says it's a little bit hot, so it would turn the potentiometer on my board to the left. Well, you can fine tune it with these levels here. I'm going to set mine at about 7 and try it again. This also has to do with propagation, how good the signal is going there and coming back, how clean it is to get the exact levels. Okay, -3. Anytime you see approved, that's exactly what you want. Between -3 and -4 seems to be the absolute ideal setting, but anything that says approved will work just fine. There are some times I've used a signal link with some radios to where I had to increase my transmit level as high as I could get it, and it still wouldn't quite say approved, but it did still work. So anyhow, if you see approved, you're definitely in good shape. So close this, say OK. And okay, we're done with the transmit receive levels for this now. Now I'm going to close VARA, open up WinLink Express. Alright, and if you click this window, these are all the different modes that WinLink Express can do. We're concerned with VARA FM WinLink is what we want. So we're going to open a session. If you notice, it says successfully connected to VARA FM TNC, and it brought up VARA. It always brings it up minimized. You have to click to restore this window so you can see it. If it does not say successfully connected, you can go to your settings, VARA TNC setup. Make sure this is checked here, automatically launch VARA FM TNC when session is opened, and make sure this path is correct where you've installed the executable file for VARA. Close this. Now, direct is all you're going to be able to use with the unpaid version of this program. That means you have to be able to hit this directly. You cannot go through a digipeater on the unpaid version. So we're going to use direct. W5RGV11 is the same node that I went ahead and auto-tuned with. So I'm going to click start. And it connected. Now it'll pull up this window here, and if you notice how fast this is, it's already gone through all the header. It's done. 10 seconds. It did the entire, it checked for messages. I didn't have any messages to send, but if I did have any, it would have sent them. Let's talk about the restrictions of the unpaid version. The speed is limited. Digipeaters are disabled and compression is disabled. I really enjoy this program. I used it a lot, so I went ahead and bought it. In that program, you get the full speed out of that you can possibly get out of the program. You can also use digipeaters, which is great if you're far away from a node and you can't hit it direct. We have a great digipeater system down here in the Rio Grande Valley, so you're able to use the digipeaters with it. If you do buy this software, you can use it with it works with any of the VARA modes that I've tried. I use VARA FM, I use VARA HF. The same registration key works for all the VARA programs. So we'll go ahead and close this, and that is it for the installation and initial setup for VARA. I hope this works well for you.